everyone, and welcome to this episode of Previews Reviews, taking a look at comic books heading to store shelves starting in March 2014. I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I am Ricky Lima.
And Ricky, can you please tell everyone out there where this broadcast is coming to them from?
It's coming to them from Brampton, Ontario, Canada.
Correct.
The dwellings of Brampton Batman.
Yes.
The
Dark Knight, he prefers.
The Dark Knight. The Play Arts and Play Arts Guy Plus.
I don't think there's a plus.
No?
No, I think you're confusing Kotobukiya and Play Arts.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll have to cover that when we get to the Collectibles episode. Previews is the magazine that comic shops use to order all kinds of awesome pop culture merchandise into their stores. Take a flip through the pages of this in your local comic shop and let them know the kind of merchandise you would like to see in the store and, pre-order some stuff out of it. Give us some money. As comic store retailers, it's a simple transaction. You come in, you give us money,
yeah,
and, maybe...
exchange goods and
maybe
services.
we'll exchange goods and services
For money.
at some point.
Yes.
No, of course we will. But that's, you don't have to give us money. Just come in, say hello to us, give us a smile. High fives, maybe?
High fives
We like
are good.
high fives?
Yeah.
That's okay. And then every once in a while come in and drop a couple hundred. That's all I'm asking. Anyways. On to the comics, Ricky. There's a lot of new books coming from Marvel again in March 2014, and that is because of their all-new Marvel Now initiative. But we're going to get it started with a book from Image Comics called Starlight. We're looking specifically at issue number 1. 40 years ago, Duke McQueen was a space hero who saved the universe. But then he came back home, got married, had kids, and grew old. Now his children have left and his wife has passed away, leaving him alone with nothing except his memories. Until a call comes from a distant world asking him back for his final and greatest adventure. This issue launches the much anticipated Millar World universe. Get in on the start of something massive. Alright, and this is by Mark Millar, and art is by Goran Parlov.
Interesting.
Yes.
I would not be interested in this book if it wasn't for the art. Because, it sounds kind of cheesy.
The art's pretty cool. I mean, we're looking at some preview images of it here in previous catalog. It looks like it's going to be an interesting story. I'm interested in this whole Millar World universe. So, he's brought us characters such as Nemesis and Kick-Ass, Superior.
Superior.
What are the other ones?
The guys from the
Superman Red Sun. But it looks like he's going to be creating his own universe of characters that will at some point interact with each other. And I don't think that's really something that we've seen from any of his creator-owned works yet.
No, yeah, but it looks a lot like Flash Gordon.
Yeah, it does look like
he's
Flash Gordon a lot, and I think he's taken a lot of inspiration from it. At one point I was even, not knowing a ton about Flash Gordon's backstory, I wasn't even sure if he was, taking the whole backstory of Flash Gordon and basically co-opting it, but it doesn't seem like he's going that route. He was a test pilot, this character, who ended up somehow being transported to an alien world. Yeah. And I don't think that was... I know in the 80s Flash Gordon movie, he was a quarterback for the New York Jets, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really interesting. It looks interesting. Let's see how it reads. I'm a little wary.
I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a good book. Hopefully there'll be a womb bomb or two. You never know.
Alright, up next we have a book called Real Heroes, #1, another Image first. They are the 6 most famous actors in the world, and together they play the Olympians, the biggest superhero movie franchise in history. Would you ask them to save the world? They may be our only hope. Very minimal. I have no idea what this book's about.
To me, it sounds like Tropic Thunder, but with superheroes.
Yeah.
Right? You take the most powerful actors in Hollywood, put them all together, make them think that they're superheroes. Or, you know what? Maybe even Galaxy Quest. It reminds me of Galaxy Quest.
So that's one Tim Allen?
Yeah, that's a great movie, by the way, Galaxy Quest. They put them all together. Someone, and then I forget how it goes. I think someone from a distant world thinks they're actually the heroes that they portray on the screen. So it's almost kind of like Three Amigos in that respect too.
Whoa.
So it's like a Three Amigos, Galaxy Quest,
Tropic
Thunder hybrid with superheroes.
3 Tropic Quest.
Yes. But we've got Brian Hitch doing the art and the story here, and covers by Frank Cho, David Finch, and Travis Charest. So a lot of big talents working on the covers, and Brian Hitch working on the book. My only concern, I love Brian Hitch's artwork, is as far as it comes to his creator-owned work and his track record for getting books out on time, it's not a very good record. America's Got Powers, anyone?
Right.
You know?
Like the last issue came.
Yeah, and you know, the Ultimates and stuff like that. He's got a history of not being able to get stuff out on time. But we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, timeliness aside, he's a great talent, an awesome artist, and he's going to be trying his hand at writing this one as well. So,
good on you, Brian Hitch.
Okay, next we've got a little bit of Canadian content for everybody out there in the form of the greatest rock band ever, Rush. Yes, Rush is going to be involved in comics. From Boom Studios, we have Clockwork Angels, issue number 1 of 6. Owen Hardy, like all the people of Albion, has lived his whole life under the rule of the Watchmaker. His entire life has been planned down to the exact second. But what happens when a young boy decides that things should not always go as planned? Why you'll love it? Die-hard Rush fans have longed for Neil Peart's narrative songwriting to be adapted into comic book form for decades. But fans of steampunk fantasy will enjoy journeying into the world of Albion thanks to Kevin J. Anderson's skilled storytelling.
Ooh.
So it looks like it's a collaborative project between Neil Peart and Kevin Anderson. And we've got Nick Robles on the art. So what do you think of this?
Like, the art looks wicked. Is that like the interiors that
I
they
think
have
it's
here?
the interiors, yeah.
So good. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and you know, Rush, awesome band.
Right.
Have some of the most I don't know how you would say it, but the lyrics,
It's like epic.
the imagery in the lyrics, just at a level
Epic. It's
unmatched by a lot of
basically
other
the J.R.R.
literature.
Tolkien of music, basically.
Yeah, so really looking forward to how that all pans out.
And it's steampunk. Can't go wrong.
Steampunk, Rush. Although I wouldn't think Rush to be a steampunk type band.
I wouldn't think so either.
I would think more like Wizards and, you know,
but I guess like
fantasy.
some like Clockwork or Angel, it's like makes sense.
I guess we'll see how it all pans out, but I'm interested.
Rush to your local shop to order it.
There we go.
Oh.
It should be like a variant, like a 1/100 variant signed by Rush.
That'd be wicked.
Yeah. A strand of like Geddy Lee's hair.
Alright, up next we have The Auteur by Oni Press. Fresh off the biggest bomb in Hollywood history, disgraced and desperate producer Nathan T. Rex enters a downward spiral of drugs and depravity in a quest to resurrect his career and save his soul. Over budget and behind schedule on his latest installment of the horror franchise, President's Day, T-Rex is backed into a corner by bad publicity, a crap project, and a jerk studio exec who finds salvation at a strip club by huffing glue and a chance encounter with cable news. What?
What is going on in that comic? There's like some crazy things happening. Actually, it sounds a lot like my career arc here on this YouTube channel. You know,
Yeah.
huffed a lot of glue.
Those are dark days.
Had a lot of depravity, and you know,
You could go back in Unboxing Wednesday's videos and see
just
how strung out he was.
just strung out.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's terrible.
So what do you think of this book, man? It's got a crazy cover.
Yeah.
That's not for anyone that has a phobia of things happening to their eyes.
I don't even know what to think of this book. Everything's just so crazy.
Yeah. Do you think it's just going to be like you're going to read through it and it's just it's not going to be coherent? It's just going to be an all over the place.
Maybe, but it's a humor book, so I think it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Just how crazy it is. Might be a little hard to follow though. So
it looks interesting, definitely, and it's something that you don't see every day, and it's not a story that you see every day in comics. It's very in your face about I guess, the bad things going on in this character's life. So
it's very. I don't know if you remember the book, Whatever Happened to Baron Von Strange or something.
Yeah.
It was written by Rob Zombie. Very, very similar. Child star, crazy drugs and bad habits.
It was a good book.
It was good. I don't know if it finished. I think it's like didn't finish. But
was he taking a page out of Brian Hitch's book?
Rob Zombie, what are you doing?
Come on, man. Love you, Brian Hitch. Okay, now we're going to move on to a trio of books coming in March 2014 from Marvel Comics as part of their all-new Marvel Now initiative. And the first one is The Silver Surfer, issue number 1. New Dawn. The universe is big. Bigger than you could ever imagine, and the Silver Surfer, the lone sentinel of the Skyways, is about to discover that the best way to see it is with someone else. Meet the Earth Girl, who's challenged the Surfer to go beyond the boundaries of the known Marvel U, into the strange, the new, and the utterly fantastic. Anywhere and everywhere, hang on, it's the Silver Surfer.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for this book. It's going to be so awesome. Dan Slott's writing it. Our good buddy Dan Slott.
Boy.
He's awesome. Such a good guy. If you ever get the chance to meet Dan Slott in person, he's just such an awesome individual.
I shook his hand. It was great. It wasn't awkward.
Did any of his writing powers transfer to you during that handshake? Did you steal any of his?
I think he stole from me. I haven't written a thing since.
Come on, Dan. Give Ricky some of his writing chops back.
Come on.
I think you've got enough.
But Mike Allred on the art, so awesome as well.
Yes, and variant covers. Like, this is involving 3 of my favorite artists. Number 1, Mike Allred's doing interiors.
Yes.
I've loved him ever since, you know, his Mad Men stuff and Ecstatics. I loved his Ecstatic stuff. And we've got Francesco Francavilla.
That cover's amazing.
Doing a cover that's awesome. And Chris Somney, who's another one of my favorite artists.
So these animal covers, are they like...
And this animal cover is a sloth.
It's so great.
A Silver Surfer sloth?
So great.
Come on! When are you ever going to see that again?
Who's that? Doctor Strange?
I think that's the...
It's like a toad.
Yeah, it's a toad.
It's like frog or something. So these covers, are they going to be like crazy expensive? The animal covers? Because I know like the Avengers one, what was it, like $5?
There's also going to be a Scotty Young cover too. Well, here's the thing that Marvel's doing that's making it harder and harder for stores to get these variants.
Yeah.
Is they're establishing thresholds that retailers need to surpass. So, you know, I'll give you for an example, and we may have already talked about this on another episode. But let's say you wanted to get the animal cover or the Scotty Young covers for Silver Surfer #1. Well, then you would have to exceed your orders on Infinity issue number 6, for example, by like 125%. So you'd have to exceed your orders just to have the pleasure of buying those variant issues.
Man,
so it's getting harder and harder to get them, which is leading now less and less retailers are being able to put those awesome covers on their shelves. But I'm going to do everything we can to get these covers. They're awesome. The Francavilla one's so like minimal,
yeah,
but at the same time just so
so perfect.
Yeah, it typifies everything that Silver Surfer's all about.
So excited for this book.
So I think this is going to be one to watch for in March. Dan Slott, keep up the good work. When I was reading this, I was thinking, traveling through space has a female companion. And the only thing that he doesn't do is really travel. Well, can he travel through time, the Silver Surfer?
Maybe.
Get the man a TARDIS. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I trust that the Silver Surfer is in good hands with Dan Slott and Mike Allred. That's for sure.
Alright, up next we have all new Ghost Rider #1. A street race leads a young man on the fast and furious road of destiny. Amid an East Los Angeles neighborhood running wild with gang violence and drug trafficking, a war brews in the criminal underground. With 4 on the floor, Marvel's newest Ghost Rider puts vengeance in overdrive.
Alright.
4 on the floor.
We've got Trad Moore on the art. He's amazing. The Luther Strode books were his artwork. So It's awesome to see him doing a mainstream Marvel book. And also really cool to see Ghost Rider coming back.
Yeah.
And I hope that Ghost Rider has the same kind of success in this new iteration that Nova had when they brought him back last year.
Well, what I love about this is the redesign of his face. He's no longer just a flaming skull. He almost looks like a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like the best. And it doesn't even look like he's riding a bike anymore. He's got a car.
Is it a car?
I think that's what they mean by 4 on the floor.
Oh yeah, it is a car. And it's an awesome car too.
That's wicked. I am so okay with him not being in it.
Yeah, I know. Like I know the Ghost Rider traditionalists will be like, oh, you know, he doesn't have the bike and it's not the same. But Ghost Rider comics haven't been doing that great the last like 10, 15 years. I think it's time we try something a little new. Yeah. And I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air and a welcome change to the character. And let's just give it a chance and see how it does. If it's not great, then I'm sure that Marvel will at some point return to the old motorcycle version.
Who knows? Maybe he could like break off from the car and have a motorcycle as well. Who knows? Maybe like Transformers.
Be like the first episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, where the bridge and everything, the saucer part separates from the ship, and then it never happens again.
That seriously happened?
Yeah.
What? Well, yeah, it could be like that.
And finally, a third book from Marvel that we're really excited about, and it is Secret Avengers, issue number 1. Save the Empire, part 1. The all-new Secret Avengers are ready to get started. Are they going to be the world's most effective super squad, or will their personal issues tear them apart? You decide. 3 missions kick off at the same time, 1 in space, 1 on the ground, and 1 in the air, and no one's ready except for the attackers. Russian spa, helicarrier, space station, falling satellites, a hired hitman with nothing to lose, the Fury. Wait, yes, the Fury! Why is Hawkeye still around? And why are these people chasing him? Why are Black Widow and Spider-Woman in a Russian spa? Do questions in teasers excite you? Run the mission, don't get seen, and save the world now. Alright.
Did the copy have that in it?
No, I added that in.
That was nice.
Russian spa with Black Widow and Spider-Woman.
That was a nice touch.
Come on. Roped me in right from the start. This book is going to be awesome. Michael Walsh is on the art, so you can be assured that you are in for a stimulating visual experience that will also be gratifying, especially in that spa.
Whoa, now this is some serious business.
MODOK's in this series.
He's like on the team.
Yeah, I know Michael Walsh has been really excited about being able to draw MODOK.
That's wicked.
So
yeah. I love that he's on the team. That's
yeah,
fantastic. And he's like bald now. That's great.
Yeah,
just like a bald head.
It's crazy. It looks like it's going to be a really good team. You know, Fury, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Spider-Woman, MODOK. I mean, I think the series needed a bit of a refresher. I think Alex Scott was writing the last few arcs in Secret Avengers, but it was definitely time for a renewal in the members of the team, and it's good to get this refreshing look. We've got another cover here by Trad Moore. They're putting his talents to work. He's doing a variant. Oh no, he's doing the regular cover, and then variants by Mike Diodato, and an animal variant by Katie Cook. And who's on the animal cover? Do we know?
They don't show it.
They don't show it here. Keeping us guessing. Some form of animal MODOK, hopefully.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That'd be jellyfish.
Jellyfish MODOK.
Jellyfish.
Okay.
Do it. Or a spider. That'd be good.
Spider would be good too.
Are insects considered animals?
I think they're part of the animal kingdom. Or do they have an insect kingdom?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. We are not biologists by any means. Alright, now we've got some honorable mentions, stuff that we also think is going to be awesome, but we really don't have enough time to cover. Most of these are new Marvel #1s. We've got Daredevil issue #1 coming out in March, Captain Marvel #1, Iron Patriot #1. Oh, Captain Marvel #1, by the way, their animal cover is like a furry cover. You should check into that. It's weird if you don't know what furries are all about, and if it's cool, I guess, if you're into furries. Magneto issue #1, Wolverine and the X-Men getting a reboot with issue #1, and a lot of people are excited about this one, Moon Knight #1.
I don't know anything about Moon Knight, but apparently he's big.
He's a very vengeful vigilante.
He's got a hippo animal cover.
The hippo animal cover is awesome. We've also got the conclusion of Forever Evil in March.
Nice.
So that'll be coming to an end. And the final issue of Animal Man by Jeff Lemire.
Drawn by Jeff Lemire.
Drawn by Jeff Lemire. I'll be sorry to see that story go.
Kind of wish I continued with it, but I didn't.
So that's it for the comics this episode. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned for our next episode where we look at collectibles coming out starting in March 2014. Take care everyone, and head into your shop. Have a look through previews, order some stuff, give retailers money. That's the moral of this episode.
Yeah.